Print it. So this is my original stamp printed. This is my printing plate with my new details added. So you can see those extra circles and the extra thick outline around the tree. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna roll out a print and you can see how this is gonna work. So I'm rolling out my ink. I'm trying to keep it in the middle of this plastic plate, this plastic sheet. Just switching directions until it's even on the brayer. Right now, if I rolled it on my styrofoam, it would not go evenly because it's not even on here yet. So I'm gonna keep switching directions and rolling it out until it's nice and even and it starts to make that kind of sticky sound. It's starting to make that sticky sound now. If it doesn't make any sound, it just means you've got too much ink in one spot. So you just need to expand that square a bit. Okay, so now we know that it's the right amount rolled out because if you listen really carefully, people in the back can probably even hear. Can you hear the sticky sound a little bit back there? I'm gonna roll my my brayer across the surface of the new details. And we gotta go back and forth 4 or 5 times until we get enough ink on here. All right, so let's print it and see what it looks like here. So the hardest part here is to actually line it up as close as you can to however you did before. That's probably the hardest part. So you got to take a minute and really focus on trying to get it in line with your first one. So really focus on one corner and then focus on an edge. But wherever it goes, just go with it. If it's a little off center, sometimes it can look kind of cool, like it's vibrating. Like you might even do it on purpose a little bit. If you want it to be lined up, it just takes a little paying attention. And then we're going to transfer that new color on top of the first color by flipping it over, rubbing the whole back, making sure you transfer every bit. Mine was a little off center, but you can see it lined up pretty well. So anywhere that my original ink color is now only showing through where I carved my new details. So I had blue stamped first, now I've got pink on top. So the pink is the main color of ink. The blue only shows through where I've carved my new details. So it gives you kind of like a cool 2-layer effect. The reason it's called a reduction print is because we're reducing the amount of surface that's stamping. So because I've carved in more details, I have less surface area that I'm inking and stamping. So you do this on top of an existing print. So if you've got a print that didn't turn out great, if it's stamped kind of just okay, or maybe you didn't use enough ink and it just is a very see-through, that might be a good one to do a reduction print on because it would still show through in certain areas, but you could do a nicer job printing on top of it and it could give it kind of a cool layered effect.